Hi, welcome back to ABCD Anybody Can Do. Well, as you know, this is the season 2, and at the very beginning of the season 2, when I had my video released, I said that this time in season 2, I'm going to make 2 different things added up to my existing videos. Well, one of them I said I will be speaking, I will be interviewing some other academics as well, or some other corporate people as well in this channel, so that both of us can share and give you a good knowledgeable information. That's one thing that's in my agenda for the season 2. Well, the other agenda was I've been picking up requests from my fans around the globe who have been listening to from my followers as well, who have been giving me different views and different comments. What are the other things I can add in to make the channel much more value added? Well, one of the things that I received a few weeks back was on what is the future of human resource management, the future of HRM. Well, I've been seeing this from quite a good number of my followers. They have been asking me the questions that what are the future of human resource management. Well, though I myself is not a specialized person on the human resource, but definitely over my years of experience working with the human resource, I did pick up some information, I did pick up some values that I can perhaps add to this video. Well, as we know that, till a long time, the human being were not recognized as a resource, to be very honest, because people only thought that if I have money, if I have materials, if I have machineries, these are good enough for me as a resource. Until a very long, in-depth, working and the revolutionary things happening, the transformation of the industries, transformation of business sector, then people started to realize that no, human being is also one of my resource, because it was being identified that human being is also a capital. So to have the right man in the right place was very important part. So that's why we say it's a management of human resource management. But when we talk about the future of human resource, before saying about the future of human resource, have we really thought what is the current status of the human resource? Time changes very fast. Technology is just galloping like anything. So one can very well identify and one can very well know that the human resource needs, the human resource analysis have totally changed. Every organization who is performing a human resource audit have to look today and beyond. That what are the new skills that is coming up? The IR 4.0 is already knocked at the door. So are we ready for that IR 4.0, for example? So what are the skills that is required in another 20 years of time? I must know that. Being a student, for example, if I am about to join the workforce, or another 2 years I'm planning to join the workforce, I should know that what are the skills I should be possessing with me in order to be a very competitive human resource in the form of capital. So I must look into what are the new areas that is coming up. Are the conventional degrees, are the conventional training that I'm doing, is it good enough for me in my career? Or do I have to look beyond that? Do I have to see, are there any, what you call the nano degrees? Are there any micro credential I can add on to me to add as a catalyst to kick off my career? So those are my human resource aspects. Why should I be hired in an organization? What value can I bring in to an organization? I must think it very critically. Everyone have a degree. So what makes me different from the other person? So the making of difference for myself from the other person is some of the key things that perhaps I know, as I was mentioning about some nano degrees. As I was mentioning, I can get some micro credentials onto something. I don't want to study something for 4 years, but what if I get something to study for 6 months? Something I see is coming up very fast. Something I see, some career is changing goal. So I want to be competitive because I want to be in today's world a tech savvy person. So if I want to call myself a tech savvy person, so I must look into nano degrees. These are my additional degree to what I have my academic degrees. So I must see another 20 years of time where my career will be leading to. What are the different elements my career needs? It's not that a degree I earned before 10 years is good enough for me to be competitive in today's time. Certainly not. So I must think, what else do I need? Identify that. See the sector you want to work in. See what are the requirements of the sector. See how the sector trend is coming. Look into the future, 20 years from now, 10 years from now, how this sector may change. So what could be the human resource being demanded after 10 years? What could be the human resource in supply after 10 years? So do I have those credentials? Am I adaptable to changes? Am I adaptable to accept the fact that yes, I need to change myself from conventional degrees to much more work-related work? Because when an employer gives me a job, of course, he looks for a degree. But again, at the end of the day, he needs someone who can perform what is required from the organization. So if I can perform that, so I need to have or I need to possess certain qualifications which are much different from my normal conventional degrees. So that is where choosing of the right program is so important. There are so many offerings, so many trainings going on. So ask yourself, do I really need that training? You know, it's a training need assessment. Find it out. Will this training add value to me after 2 years, after 5 years, or is it a trendy one? Am I getting carried away just because other people are doing it? Maybe the answer is no. Look into something that is essential for you, that is relevant for the sector wherever you are working. So make your training, perform your training which are in alignment with the sector you are serving, so that you are always a relevant person in that sector that you want to develop your career. Let it be a hospitality industry, let it be an educational sector, let it be an IT and technology sector. So whichever sector you are working, maybe a financial sector, a banking sector, so maybe a non-governmental sector. So whichever sector you are planning to have your career moving in the future, see what are the probable trainings that may add value to you. And number two, what will this training added value in you to make a leap in the future, so that you stand apart from the rest of the competitors. So that means you are doing training which are relevant to your sector to keep yourself relevant and not for anything else. You are doing that thing, you are upgrading yourself, you are moving forward just to keep yourself relevant in the sector. If you are relevant in the sector, then you always have a job, no matter wherever you go, no matter how down is the economy, no matter how recession is going on in the economy, no matter whatever is happening to whichever part of the world, you are still relevant in your sector. And for this, you really have to invest in few things. Number one, you have to invest time. Number two, you have to invest money. And number three, which is most important, you have to invest your time and money to visualize what is coming forward in another 10 years of time at least. And always think investing in yourself is never a waste. Read appropriate materials, invest. Read books, not e-books only, read books. Read books. If you want to write something, don't just WhatsApp, don't just write on your notepads. Take a pencil, take a page, keep on writing. Though these are conventionals, but believe me, this always adds value to your remembrance and skills. So, this is not about what are the requirements of the future human resource. Make yourself available with all the trend that is required. Adapt in yourself the soft skills, which is so important. Because unless you develop soft skill in yourself, you cannot impress and you cannot express yourself no matter how good you know of that subject matter. So, is the human resource plus the skills required plus the soft skills you need to really impress and express the people, because you should always remember that the first chance is always the last chance. When people looks at you, they scan you, and that first impression is the last impression. So you stay focused to your sector, see what is relevant, visualize yourself, and most importantly, invest time and money on yourself to upgrade your skills to not what is needed today, to what will be needed in another 5 to 10 years of time ahead of you. So you are still very relevant to your sector whenever the time is, wherever be in the world. So if you think that was helpful to you, so then do like and do share the video, and definitely I'll come up with more such tips, as I've got quite a list of this videos coming up from the request of my followers around the world. So I hope you have liked it. I hope it may have given you some insight of the information onto your career. So until next time, with some other topic and with some other views and information, I'll see you then. So until next time, it's ciao from me.